My name is Alba Karina Marcano, and I am a second-year student in the Masters of Communication. In this program, I have completed 2 co-op placements, including one over the summer of 2022 at Universities Canada, which is the focus of this presentation. Before I begin, I would like to thank the InterCOMM conference for giving me the opportunity to share my experience with everyone. My co-op placement at Universities Canada took place between May and August 2022. In this video, I will present the organization I worked for, the 2 main projects I worked on during my placement, and the skills I developed in my time with the organization. Universities Canada is a non-profit organization that represents 96 Canadian universities. It advocates for higher education, innovation, and research with the federal government. It also gives university presidents a platform to discuss the challenges their universities are facing and provide support in achieving their goals. Additionally, Universities Canada supports students by offering scholarships on behalf of private companies and providing information about Canadian universities to prospective students and the public in general. The organization is divided into 10 different departments, each managing a different aspect of Universities Canada's activities. I worked with the External Communications team, which is a part of the Communications and Member Relations department. The team includes a communications manager and 2 communications officers who handle the organization's social media accounts, create and post content for the website, and develop communication strategies for events and campaigns, among others. They also work closely with the events and member relations team. Throughout my placement, my responsibilities included writing articles for the website, preparing social media posts, conducting research, and some web management tasks. 2 major projects stood out for me, both in terms of size and time required to complete them. The first one was creating content for the website, social media, and internal blog, which lasted throughout my entire placement. The second project, which I worked on during the second half of my work term, was modernizing a website managed by the organization. I'll be going into more detail about these projects next. During my co-op, one of my main responsibilities was creating articles for the organization's website. These articles covered a wide range of topics from university mascots to new programs and the university's role in advancing quantum research. Many of the articles I wrote focused on the importance and value of higher education in Canadian society in line with the organization's mission. Other articles were more lighthearted, but still aimed to highlight the impact of Canadian universities. The topics of the articles were chosen in function of current campaigns or relevant events happening across the country, such as Convocation in May, National Indigenous History Month in June, and Back to School in mid to late August. I also regularly helped with creating social media content for Universities Canada's accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. This included promoting the articles I wrote, as well as other content, particularly for Twitter, where Universities Canada regularly shares news articles on higher education research, new programs and services, and student initiatives and activities. In addition to this, I also contributed to creating content for the organization's internal blog. The blog's purpose is to keep employees informed about the workplace and the organization's activities. It also helps to promote a sense of unity among employees. One of the features of the blog is a series of employee profiles that are published once a month. In it, members of different departments and teams are asked a series of questions about themselves, their hobbies, and their job. This allows colleagues to get to know each other better, which can make the integration of new employees easier. I helped create some of these by conducting interviews and writing the article to be shared on the blog. By the end of my work term, I had written 12 articles for the website, multiple tweets, and 3 employee profiles. My second project started in mid-July and ran to the end of my placement. During this time, I was tasked with updating the University Study website managed by Universities Canada. This website provides information about Canadian universities, tips for current and prospective students, and a program database with information on over 16,000 programs from certificate to undergraduate degrees to doctorates. It also includes a section aimed at Indigenous students detailing programs, testimonials, and scholarship opportunities. The website's main goal is to promote Canadian universities and position Canada as a top destination for university studies. The website had not been updated as frequently as Universities Canada's main website and therefore required some major updates to its content and appearance, particularly to the program database. New programs needed to be added, while others had to be updated or removed. The website also needed some short-term updates to its appearance, navigation, and accessibility, and those were the ones I participated in. Several pages contained outdated visuals or images that did not match the subject matter, broken links that either didn't lead anywhere or led to the wrong website, and bad formatting that made a page difficult to read, access, or navigate. Before making any changes, I helped prepare a proposal document outlining the changes we wanted to make and the solutions we proposed. These changes included updating images to match the content of the pages they were on, fixing broken links, and adding new sections to a website's navigation menu to make it easier for visitors to find what they were looking for. Once the proposal was approved, I began making the changes. I started by fixing the broken links, as they were the most urgent of the changes to be done, and then moved on to updating images and other cosmetic changes to give the website a cleaner and more balanced look. I also removed outdated content and suggested new content from the Universities Canada website that could be added to the site. In the end, the website had a more modern look, was easier to navigate, and provided more accurate information to students interested in studying in Canada. During my placement, I had the opportunity to develop a range of skills. Firstly, I was able to improve my research skills through various tasks, such as creating content for the organization's website. The articles I wrote required me to research various topics, for example, university museums and the process of applying to university as an international student. In some cases, like the one I just mentioned, I had to verify the accuracy of the information presented in the articles by consulting experts in the area at Universities Canada. Other projects I participated in, such as creating a database of quantum-related programs in Canadian universities or keeping a list of land acknowledgements used by different institutions, required looking for information that was not always readily available on a university's website. When it was not possible to find the information online, it became necessary to contact the universities directly. These projects gave me a sense of what research in a professional setting is like, as well as how it differs from academic research. Another skill I was able to work on was writing. The majority of my tasks involved writing, but not all my writing was published through the same medium. I wrote articles for the website, social media posts for the organization's various accounts, and other types of texts, such as spreadsheets and employee and student profiles. These were shared through different platforms, each with their own tone, audience, and constraints. I learned how to adapt my message to a medium and audience, for example, keeping tweets short, informal, and with emojis, and making articles more detailed and serious for sharing important information such as the application process for international students. The websites of Universities Canada are managed using WordPress. In order to complete the web revamp project, I had to learn how to use the platform, which I had never worked with before. In doing so, I learned how to modify the website's appearance and how to add and remove content from it. Other web skills I was able to improve on were managing social media accounts and using specific software to schedule posts. I gained a deeper understanding of how to effectively use different platforms used by the organization, as well as tips on how to obtain the most effective result with that platform, whether it be to make a website easy to navigate or keep a social media account updated. Lastly, I also had the opportunity to develop my editing skills. I actively participated in one editing task, which involved editing student profiles for a research award to be roughly of the same length and style. But I also had the chance to observe how my coworkers and supervisors edited various texts, including my own articles. By seeing what parts of the text were flagged or modified, I gained a better understanding of the style and content that was expected in articles and social media posts. Through the editing of student profiles, I was also able to further develop my summarizing skills by analyzing the content and deciding what to keep and what to discard to make them shorter and more direct. Overall, my co-op placement at Universities Canada was an incredibly valuable opportunity for me to gain real-world experience in communications and apply what I had learned in my university studies. Throughout my time there, I had the chance to work on a variety of tasks, including the two projects I mentioned, as well as creating and compiling information on spreadsheets, editing profiles, and updating outdated resources. By participating in these projects, I was able to gain a deeper understanding of what communications in organizations entails beyond what had been covered in my university courses. Specifically, I learned more about external communications and the types of tasks and projects that someone in the field would typically work on. This helped me to develop a set of important skills and gave me a better idea of which area of communications I would be interested in pursuing after my studies. I was also able to discover an interest in internal communications, thanks to the opportunity to participate in some internal comms projects while I was working with the external comms team. This led me to pursue a second co-op placement in internal communications. Additionally, I am very grateful for the support and feedback provided by my colleagues and supervisor throughout my work term. They gave me the freedom to work on what I was interested in while also being available to help me when I needed it. This resulted in a very positive and rewarding experience for me. In conclusion, I can confidently say that both my co-op placement and experience with the co-op program were outstanding. I was able to acquire new skills and put into practice the ones I had developed throughout my studies. My co-op program also provided me with the opportunity to explore different areas of communications, which helped me gain a clear understanding of what I want to pursue after my studies. My work term at Universities Canada not only gave me a better idea of what communications look like in a professional setting, it also allowed me to develop research and writing skills among many others that will undoubtedly be useful in my future career. I am very grateful for the opportunity to spend 4 months working on various communications projects and learning about external communications. I would like to once more express my gratitude to the InterCOMM conference for providing me with the opportunity to share my co-op experience. I highly recommend the co-op program to anyone who is looking to gain more professional experience in communications and apply what they have learned in their university studies. Finally, I would be happy to answer any questions about my experience with the co-op placements and the co-op program via email. Thank you.